After China displayed their military might to the whole world, Uncle Sam and the West can't get over it. These guys continue to complain. Even Donald Trump is asking the American military to do the same.
Well, unfortunately, the weakness of the previous administration has driven Russia and China closer together. That was a terrible development of a lack of American leadership and a lack of American strength. And you saw it around the world, and it manifests in what we saw on TV last night. But that's why President Trump has charged us at the Defense Department to be prepared, to rebuild our military in historic ways, to restore the warrior ethos and reestablish deterrence, not because we seek conflict. We do not. And we've been clear about that with China or Russia or others. But because by being prepared, you prevent it. You ensure that the American people and the homeland are safe. And demonstrations of parades are fine, but they don't hopefully manifest in actually military conflict. So we know what they believe and what they're about. We also know how strong we are and the military advantages we have. They know that also. Our job's to maintain those military advantages in space, in the skies, in the sea, under the sea, and with long-range fires. All the capabilities we have, Golden Dome, which is something China knows they can't replicate, and we will inside this administration. So we're going to maintain the strategic advantage. President Trump has a great relationship with President Xi, and we'll leverage that in hoping to find ways that we can work together. Otherwise, we'll always be prepared.
The whole thing is paining them. These guys just don't want to see other people moving forward. They always want everybody to be beneath them. They want everybody to come to them and worship them. Once they see others rising, they will do everything to pull them down. But this is a new day. The world is changing geopolitically. More countries are becoming more influential. Even their own media houses are confirming that there is a new world order. Check this out.
Yes, but again, I'm happy to dunk on Trump for falling on his face if that's kind of what we want to do. But I think we're going to look back on today, historically, as a very big deal. Because that image of Xi Jinping with Putin, with Modi from India, with the leader of Iran, with the leader of North Korea, that should send a chill down the spine of every American. That is a new world order.
Multipolar world.
They call it multipolar. I call it the West is now in a box. Don't forget, everybody doesn't like Henry Kissinger, but he did figure out a way to get us on the right side of the triangle. So that it was the United States and China together and Russia by itself. Now we're on the bad end of the triangle. It's everybody against us. That is not good for America. That is not good for Democrats, for Republicans. And I think we've got that image is a feather in Putin's cap. It is a dagger pointed at the heart of the West.
All right. Got to leave it there, everyone. Thank you.
Fantastic. It is a new day, and it is time for Uncle Sam to realize that most countries are not going to bow to them again, because the global south is rising. The global south is becoming more popular, and that make Uncle Sam less important. Now, most countries are trading with their own currencies. So how are you going to sanction them? Currently, Uncle Sam cannot threaten China because China has found ways and means to trade with other countries bypassing the dollar. So you have nothing against them. So the Chinese can now do whatever they want without the fear of Uncle Sam sanctioning them. And that is why many countries continue to move towards China, because the Chinese just don't care about your politics. When the Chinese come to your country, they don't care who is in power. They don't care your policies. All they want to do is to work with you. That is all they care about. Check across Africa. Check in the global south. Everywhere the Chinese go, they don't interfere in internal politics. But before Uncle Sam will do anything for you, you have to do something for them first. You understand? And sometimes, most of their helps and so-called aid comes with conditions. You must do A, B, C, or we will sanction you, or we will not give you loan. That is how these guys has been operating for a very long time. We all knew that China was powerful, but the question was, to what extent exactly were they powerful? And that was the question the Chinese answered yesterday for the whole world. We can all see how powerful the Chinese are now. In fact, even some of the weapons that the Chinese produce are more advanced more than the Russians and Uncle Sam and NATO combined. So the Chinese are not underdogs. It's a new day. Well, maybe I am getting it wrong. Do you think that Uncle Sam will continue to control the whole world? If yes, type yes in the comment section. If no, type no in the comment section. Shalom. See you guys in the next episode.